Hi, I'm Paul from Bike Rider magazine, and as this LCD screen tells me every time I turn this bike on, this is V Max. The funny thing when you go and buy one of these bikes, because I can guarantee you that after you've ridden it for the first time, you're going to end up with one of these. A whacking great big smile, because it is mad. The V Max has got to be one of the most instantly recognisable bikes out there. In actual fact, it's been in constant production for over 24 years. In that time, there's been one underlying feature of the V Max, and that is to go as fast as possible in a straight line. The old model, even though it had a huge great big V4 motor, producing plenty of power, it had all the handling of a wobbly jelly and no brakes to speak of, making it a bit of a liability. But as it had developed such a cult status, Yamaha had to think long and hard when developing a new one. In actual fact, they spent 7 years in the development of this bike just to make sure that they got it exactly right. And I think you'll agree that looking at it now, they've done a pretty blinding job. This new V Max is V Max through and through. It's still got the big V4 motor, 1700 cc's. It still produces heaps of power, almost 200 brake horsepower, and also it's got heaps of torque, 166 newton meters of torque. Now what they've done this time is they've actually added a sporty bit to it as well. So it's got a very familiar Yamaha R1 front end stuck on it, 53mm forks, 320mm discs, 6-pop calipers, all the braking you'll ever need. But they've kept the tradition. It's still got the shaft drive at the back. It's still got the big scoops that make the riding position feel a little bit peculiar. But it goes round corners and it stops, which is the most important thing that the new owners would like. When I initially rode this new bike, Yamaha hired out Mary drag strip for us to take it for a quick fang up the quarter mile. And I think that gives you a fair indication of what they're aiming it at. When I tried it for the first time, I did a 10.9 second quarter mile with a terminal speed of 220k. Now, Yamaha have thrown their whole box of Yamaha tricks at this bike, all designed to make the bike as fast as possible, but also to make it as easy as possible for the rider. And to be honest, it is stunningly easy to ride for such a big bike. Okay, maybe at slow speeds, moving around the car park, that sort of thing, the steering's a touch heavy, but once you're up and moving, it's an absolute breeze to ride. But it's the motor that is the peach of this bike. They've made it so smooth, so powerful, so usable. It makes that smile go wider and wider every time you twist that throttle. It's quite unbelievable. If you liked V Maxes before, you'll love this one. The final little trick that Yamaha New Zealand have managed to pull with this bike is with the price. If you were to get one of these bikes in, say, the UK and convert the price to New Zealand dollars, you'd be looking at about 45 grand, which is a lot of money. Somehow over here, Yamaha New Zealand have got the V Max priced at $33,850, which to be honest is a bargain.